new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. If you are a repeat viewer, welcome back. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much. We love you. We really do. Thank you for rocking with us and kicking it with us while we grow our YouTube channel. Now, this video is going to be about Cricut 101, making a shirt using heat transfer vinyl. Heat transfer vinyl is vinyl that you will adhere to a shirt via heat using a heat press or some people use an iron, but you're going to adhere the vinyl to your garment via heat, thus heat transfer vinyl. Heat transfers the image onto whatever you use, whatever you're putting it on, a purse, shirt, tote bag, whatever. So that's what HTV does. Now, before we get started, I want to do a series of how-tos with Cricut because I realized that I'm running into people who are potential crafters, and even people who subscribe to the channel have questions about how to do things in Cricut, and I wanted to address that. I haven't addressed it so far, so I do apologize for that, but I want to create a series of videos addressing that. Now, for those of you that are viewing and you already know this stuff, I do apologize because it may be boring to you, but this is a channel where I want people to learn and be successful and be their best selves while they're crafting and creating. So, before we get started, if you would do me a favor, like the video if you like the content, subscribe to the channel. Please consider that. We like that. We want subscribers. We want people to view us. Also, if you have any comments, you can comment below. Ask any questions that you may have. I do respond to those. And if you know someone that would benefit from our channel, please share it. All right, so let's get started. Now, this video is going to assume that you have your Cricut out of the box and that you are familiar with, or you have Cricut Design Space installed. So that's where this video is going to pick up. We're going to pick up at that point. But first things first. Now, to do this video, what you're going to need, let's get the items together that you will need. So you're going to need a weeding tool. These are a few weeding tools that I have. As you can see, this one here has a curve going up. This one has a curve going down. I don't really like these, but you can use them. They can be used. Then I have this one here. It's just got a curve going up, and I do like that. This is my favorite one to use. The two brands that I have, sorry guys, is this is 405. And this one I purchased from Hobby Lobby. It's a paper, what is it called? Paper Studio. This is a Paper Studio brand. And this one is a Cricut brand. You can get these at Michael's, Walmart, Joann's, Hobby Lobby. And most of the time they come in a pack. That's how I ended up with this one. These, like I said, you can get at Hobby Lobby. They also come in a pack. This right here you can use. It is a dental pick from Dollar Tree. If you can find one, good luck, because someone did a TikTok or a YouTube video and they talked about this, and I can't find them in my Dollar Tree or any of the Dollar Trees that I visited while traveling. So if you see them, grab them. All right, another thing you'll need is a garment or whatever you want to put it on. I'm going to use this shirt. This shirt is a Bella Canvas brand. I purchased this from Michael's. Michael's carries the Bella Canvas brand, so that's this shirt. This is actually going to be an order for a customer. So I figured that since I had to make a shirt, I might as well do a video. All right, so another thing you're going to need is a cutting mat, but I wanted to talk to you about the cutting mats that are available through Cricut. You could also use paper. The Paper Studio has a brand as well. and I have used those, but I keep coming back to Cricut, so I don't know. Anyway, this is a standard grip mat. Now, the mats that you use um, is important because the grip that's on the mat when you put your vinyl down and the pressure of the cutting mechanism in your Cricut uh, cutter is going to matter. If you're using heat transfer vinyl that is kind of thin, and we'll get into the different vinyls in a second, then this standard mat is going to be your best bet. I pretty much use this for everything I do because it really serves the purpose. It really helps me not have to decide on which one I want to go back and forth with based on my vinyl. Now, this one here is the light grip mat. This mat is something I would use if I had a non-Cricut brand vinyl that was a little thin. I would use this one because it's not going to put as much pressure on the material to keep it onto the mat as it's cutting it. So then it makes it easier for me to lift it off and to weed. So that's when I would use that one. This is their strong grip mat, and it is strong. I have ruined a good bit of designs putting it on here, put my vinyl on here to cut it out, and it cut it out way too heavy because this mat is have a strong grip and it's holding it down while the cutter is making its cuts. So I'm pretty sure the mat and the cutter talks to each other somehow, some way. Cricut has created that bond. So anyway, and this one here, this beautiful pink one, is a fabric grip mat, and it tells you fabric grip cutting, mat for fabrics only. That's what it says, y'all. So this right here you would use if you were cutting out fabric to put on a cup or whatever you're cutting it out for. The other thing I want to tell you is that this light grip mat is also what I would use if I was making a card for someone, or using cardstock, or maybe some thin glitter paper, some type, when you're making your paper designs. This would be the mat that I would choose, simply because of the grip and the way it holds on to your vinyl. So I hope that makes sense. Now, let's talk about the next thing you're going to need is vinyl. Vinyl comes in an array of patterns and so on and so forth. I pretty much get my vinyl from Michael's, Joann, Hobby Lobby, because a lot of times I just need it in a quick hurry. But that's not the best place to buy your vinyl. I know, newsflash. But there are plenty of places online where you can purchase vinyl and get it at a very reasonable cost. The other thing is, if you have vinyl craft shops around your town that's local to you, check those out because they have a good bit of vinyl as well. It may not be the same brands that I'm going to show you, but you can get some good quality vinyl at a cheaper price. If you know ahead of time what you want to get or what you're making, then go online and order it from there, because then it's even cheaper. But maybe you just want to go to your local vinyl shop and see what they have and then purchase that way. Another thing is, if you're purchasing vinyl and stocking it up, sometimes the vinyl loses its luster. So keep that in mind as you're buying your vinyl and putting it up, because sometimes they have great sales on vinyl and you just want to go in and get it because you know how expensive it is, and it's not, you got to get it now. But make sure that you're getting it to use it up, or you're not storing it too long, because it will lose its luster. Sometimes I have a hard time using stuff because I buy a lot. I buy a lot of stuff in bulk, and sometimes I don't use it as quick as I buy it. Because when I'm purchasing and I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can do this with this. I can make that. Oh, let me try this. And then I get home and it's like, oh, my mind goes somewhere else and I'm working on something else and I'm doing something else. I'm like, it's sitting there. So anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about the different types of vinyl, shall we? This is, like I said, heat transfer vinyl. So vinyl comes in heat transfer, which is something you're going to iron on or adhere to a garment, or let's call it a substrate or whatever, because via heat transfer. So that's why it's heat transfer vinyl. You're going to put it on something else, and the vinyl you use requires you to transfer it using heat. All right. The other type of vinyl is your permanent vinyl, which is some people refer to as outdoor vinyl. So you have that, and that's the vinyl that you're going to put on your cups, your mugs, tumblers, your signs, wood signs that you make for outdoors. That's the type of vinyl you're going to put on that. The other type of vinyl is removable vinyl. It's just that it's vinyl you can use to remove. It's removable. You can remove it off cups and things like that, or whatever you're putting it on. I like to use removable vinyl when I'm going to epoxy something. So, or you use removable vinyl when you're making a stencil, or if you're working with oh shoot, the stuff that you put on. Oh, I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, you put it on when you're working with that, and you've created a stencil. You paint it on, and then it sets, and then um, etching cream. That's it. I'm like, I know it. But when you're using etching cream, you want to use a removable vinyl to make stencils. So that's when you would use removable vinyl. All right, so let's talk about the types of heat transfer vinyl, what you can actually buy. So this is pattern vinyl. Let's see if I have one open. Okay. This is pattern vinyl. Oh, the other thing I wanted to tell you is the way you tell the difference between, let's see if I can grab a piece. Oh, there's one. Let's see, the way you tell the difference between heat transfer vinyl and outdoor vinyl or removable vinyl is the backing. This is heat transfer vinyl. It has a matte backing. This is the front. It's the shiny side. This is a piece of permanent vinyl. It's Oracal. And the back looks like this. So the back of heat transfer vinyl does not have this grid. Your removable vinyl and your outdoor vinyl and other types of vinyl, they're going to have that that grid on the back, and that's how you tell the difference. I didn't know that. So I was just buying up vinyl because it was pretty. Because there was no video telling me that, these things, getting down to the granular, the little the small pieces of crafting. So anyway, this is patterned vinyl. That's patterned vinyl. This is patterned vinyl. Patterned vinyl. So your patterned vinyl is just that. When do you use patterned vinyl, you say? Glad you asked. I use patterned vinyl when I don't have a shirt that's really busy or filled with words. I use my patterned vinyl mostly for an image. So if I want to create an image on a shirt, I'll use something like this. If I have a shirt that's filled with words, I won't. So what I could do, or what you could do, if you had this piece of pattern vinyl that you really, really wanted to use, you can use like let's say I wanted to use this on a white shirt. Well, I could make an image out of this, but the words would be black or blue or whatever else, you wanted to use to pull this out, or to make if you want this to be your focal piece with your image, you'd create your image with that. But your words, you wouldn't use this to create words. The same with this. I'd use this for an image. Of course, this would be used to create an image. So that's the pattern vinyl. Oh, also the way I keep my vinyl. Let me show you. This is a sheet. So what I do is I just take and roll it as tight as I can. Well, not as tight, but as much as it will give. And then I take a rubber band and just wrap it around twice. This helps to keep the shape of the vinyl, and it also helps with storage as well. So let's move these out of the way. All right, so that was pattern vinyl. The next is holographic. This is holographic sparkle iron-on mosaic. So this has the little dots. It's really pretty. I like creating images with this. I wouldn't use it for words again because cutting out this, weeding this, cutting is fine. Weeding it is where you come into some trauma. You could be traumatized by trying to weed this if you have small intricate pieces. But if you use it for like a nice big image, then this would be okay. I like the way this looks on a t-shirt or on a hoodie. So that's the sparkle. And this is Cricut. So the brands I have is Cricut, and then I have Paper Studio, which this one is Hobby Lobby. Cricut, like I said, you can get at Michael's, Walmart, Joann's, even Hobby Lobby. The thing is, though, they carry different colors. So I tend to get my vinyl from Michael's because they have the one here where I live, they have a larger selection. There is another brand that I showed you, and it's called Caesar. You can get this at Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, and you can even go on the Caesar website and order this. And the other Cricut you can order from the Cricut website as well. Paper Studio you can order from Hobby Lobby, but that's just a brand that's exclusive to Hobby Lobby. All right, the other type of heat transfer vinyl is your glitter iron-on, which I absolutely love. It's nice and shiny and glittery, like the scissors here. So it looks really good on t-shirts, and it comes in lots of colors. Some people don't like it because the glitter does kind of, it's like fairy dust. It sprinkles away. And the other type of vinyl is this holographic iron-on, and it's just that, it's holographic. It kind of gives a different hue in the way the light hits and things like that. This is pretty nice. Another type of vinyl is shimmer. This one I ordered from Atlanta Vinyl Company. So that's the shimmer. I've been using it, so that's why it looks kind of ragged. The other type of vinyl is, I showed you the holographic mosaic. This is just holographic, and it's very pretty. This green, I don't know why I pulled the green out, but I would use it if I was creating a Christmas t-shirt or hoodie or sweatshirt. I would use that for that. All right, and then you have your everyday iron-on vinyl, which is the standard vinyl. You also, I think Cricut has flex vinyl and other types of everyday iron-on vinyl. So this has your fluorescent colors in it. The vinyl that you have access to, guys, is going to be it's seasonal. It's going to be based off of what season it is. And the vinyl does go, what am I trying to say? They do have a clearance on it because it goes out of style. Yeah, like your clothing, it goes out of its style. So I'm going to put this away, and then we're going to go to Cricut, and we're going to create a shirt because I do want you to see me do that. So I'm going to just fold these together, and where I can keep it shaped, grab my rubber band, and we're going to put the rubber band on here. All right, let's go. There we go. Perfect. So these are ready. So the shirt that I'm going to create, oh, the other thing I'll need to tell you is if you're working with glitter and you're layering, you can't layer glitter on top of glitter. Don't know why, but that's just the rule. Also, if you go to the website of the vinyl that you're going to buy, like Cricut or Caesar, they have some info sheets that you can read, and it'll tell you what to do, how long to press it, how long not to press it, so on and so forth. But I will caution you, if you go and you see that, it's also dependent on your heat press, because Cricut is giving you press times on their using their Cricut press. So if you have a heat press from some other dealer or vendor, then this may not be the thing that you want to. I mean, you can use it as a guide, but it's going to be dependent on your heat press. All right, so let's go to Cricut. All right. So I'm going to use this weeding tool. I will hold this out. The other thing you'll need is a squeegee and some scissors. Let me grab some. I already had some. These I'm not going to use, so let me put these away. So my customer sent me a shirt that she wanted. So I'm going to quit this. And let's minimize that. So I'm going to open Cricut. This is Cricut right here. It's a white icon with green writing. I'm going to double click to open that. And it's working. All right, this is my screen. So when you're just starting with Cricut, Cricut gives you these banners. This is a banner of all their featured images. Then what's on sale is up here. They want you to shop. So the shop enticement is up here. These are featured images. And if you join Cricut Plus, I think it's called, you get access to this. As you can see, it says subscribe because, yeah, I bought it. I have the access to it. So to create a design, you want to click on New Project. And it gives you a blank canvas. The design that the customer wants is all text. So I'm going to go to text. What I like to do is type it out first. And then I'll go back. So the shirt says sometimes, and it's in all caps. So it says sometimes being, oops, it was all caps, sometimes being, oops, a woman. So you just basically open up, you click on text, and you just type in what you want. But when I'm creating a shirt with just text, I like to separate it. Sometimes being a woman is like being, okay, text, and then type it in black, and then text again and twice. So this is the shirt that the customer wants. And she wants emphasis on woman and black. So I'm going to go ahead and, so you want to, highlight the text where it says font over in the upper left-hand corner. Click on that drop down and it will show you all the fonts that are available. There's an option for all. This is all the fonts that are available. System, these are the fonts that are installed on your system and it costs you nothing to use. Then Cricut, these are all of the fonts that are available in Cricut. If you have the Cricut Access, then you get those. These don't cost you anything. But even with the Cricut Access, sometimes depending on what the font is, like this, if I want to use Bonko Corn Heavy, it's going to cost me $4.99. So what happens is Cricut will charge me at the end when I when I get ready to make it. Cricut will charge me at the end. So be careful of that if you decide to do Cricut Access. I'm not going to use that, but I just wanted to show you that part of the getting the Cricut Access. So we need to decide the font that we want to use to make. So I'm going to do this Rustic Cherry, which I think looks like the font on the shirt that she sent me. And because I have access to Cricut, I can use that. So, and for some reason, it's a little slow. So we're going to use Rustic Cherry again. You can also search the font. So I'm going to click up here and I'm going to click Rustic and let it find those. And there we go, Rustic Cherry. So I'm going to take that and do that one that way. All right, and then I'm going to do Rustic Cherry again. Okay. Now, if you want to italicize the font, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But to see if it can italicize or bold, you just click on the drop down here. And if it just gives you this if it can, you'll have a B and an I. If it can't, you won't have that. So if I want to make this larger, what I do, I can grab the two arrows here and drag. Or I can go and adjust the font size here. Or I can go up here, type in the size I want the font to be, and voila. So there's 3 ways you can size your font. One by doing font size, one by going up here and typing, the other is by dragging using those arrows. So there is that. Now, if you want to adjust the font size one way and not both ways, unlock it here. You can unlock it there, or there's a little lock up here that you can use. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. But anyway, there's a lock between width and height for size, and you can unlock it there, or you can do it here. See? You can unlock it, lock it back, unlock it, and you can size it the way you want. So she wanted emphasis on woman in black, so I don't like that Banco heavy or whatever I chose. To get rid of this, where I typed in that, just highlight it and hit that X that gets that out. So she wanted emphasis on woman in black, and I'm looking to see if I see something that I like for the emphasis. Let's see about that. That kind of looks like what she wanted, and I'm clicking on it to see if I can bold it. I cannot. So that is Chalk Calm Light. So I'm gonna do that. CHOC. Hit enter. There we go. And that looks like the shirt. The only thing is that this right here is not really right. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to go back and take that out. And I'm going to look at all the fonts. And I'm looking at the Cricut ones. The reason I'm looking at the Cricut ones is because I paid for access. Let me see about that one. Avendia, come. For some reason, Cricut is really slow about change it. Oops, it just changed it because I clicked out of it. So anyway, there's still some work that they need to do on this, but we're not going to worry about that tonight. So we did blueberry pancake. Let's try burger and fries. Makes you hungry. Oh, we wait and we wait and we wait. Okay. Burger and fries it is. I'm going to type in burger, B-U-R-G, enter. There we go. Come on. Come on, burger and fries. It's just slow. Don't know why. Did it change it? So it did. All right, this goes to burger and fries as well. And we're gonna fix the text and the shirt. I mean and I'll show you how I will send this to my customer. So here is the text. So I just highlighted it all, and you want to align. If you want to center it, you go up to align. Okay, hold on. Let's see, not that. It's funky. Yeah. Let's see. Let's do a shape. Let's hit shape. And it's thinking about it. Cricut has added more shapes to their menu, which I like. But I don't know. It's just a little slow getting it here. And let's see. Let's see. I guess that's a square. I'm gonna go with that. Let's make it white. All right. So send it to the back. So centering is not the thing that we're going to be doing with this, because for some reason it just won't let me center it the way I need to. So what I can do is show you how I would cheat. So I just take your text, and you want to use the grid lines as the beginning of your alignment. So like here I'm putting the top of my text at the top of this grid line. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to do the same thing. My husband, when he does this, he has to have it so perfect. So I'm going to emphasize black, and then twice. I'm going to make woman larger, because that on the image she sent me, that was, so that's the shirt. Sometimes being a woman is like being black twice. So on her design, this was a different color, so I will make this purple, and then I will make this the same color, because both of them had the same emphasis. So this is what the image or the design looks like, and I created it myself. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to highlight all of it, and I'm going to group it. All right, so I grouped it. Now you're like, okay, so now Cricut's going to print it and it's going to be all together. Let's see if that holds true. So you want to click make it. Let's see how Cricut handles it. And we're waiting. I'm sorry, guys. This machine is so slow tonight. I don't know why Cricut's not working with me. It's okay. Slowly, slowly. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but we're going to slide this up. All right. As you can see, Cricut took my beautiful design and just threw it on there, right? If I go to my purple, it just threw it on there. It color coordinated it, but it did not keep it in the fashion that I had it. So let's cancel it. I'll show you how to keep that from happening. So what I do is I grouped it, but you can leave it this way. You can we're gonna weld it together. You can weld it without ungrouping it. What you want to do is you want to go over here and you want to highlight the parts of that match. And see, Cricut highlighted all of that, and we're going to choose to weld. In the lower right hand corner, we're going to choose weld. And what it's going to do, it's going to take all of this and make it as one piece. So then we're going to take this over here, the black, hold down your shift key. Sorry, I didn't say that before. Hit the W. Now it's activated the black and the woman. So now we're going to go down to our right and we're going to weld that together. So now if you look over here on my right, I only have 2 entries. So Cricut is treating it like it's just two pieces of vinyl, and that's what I want. So let's go to make it. Voila. That's my design. Now, you can move this around wherever you want within the confines or the constraints of the Cricut image. And then if you look at this one, same thing. You can move it wherever. Now, I'm going to resize this because the shirt size is a large. So let's cancel here. When I'm working with a large shirt, oops, let's undo that. I moved it. I'm going to undo it and Cricut will align it right back. So now I need to go highlight everything and group it. There we go. Now I can move it without Cricut treating it like it's bad. All right, so I want to make this, and let's see, it's a large female shirt. So I'm going to go ahead and do 10.5 for my width. Now you see the height, it made it 10.5 by 14.143. That's too long. So we're going to unlock this. Actually, I'm going to undo it. Let's undo it. Go to our little undo arrow. And I'm going to unlock it. I'm going to go down here to my little lock. Remember, you can unlock here, or you can go up here where the width and the height is. Click on that little lock. All right, it unlocked it. So now what I want to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to type in 10.5 and hit enter. And that's going to give me the width that I want, 10.5 by 9.78. All right, so I'm going to pull it out just a little bit more. I'm going to make the width a little bit more. So now the width is 10.944, which is almost 11. And then I'm going to bring it down. Okay. And I'm just going to play with my, there you go. All right, so this is fine for what I want to do. So now we are going to see what it will look like on a shirt. So what I like to do is, if regardless of whatever color shirt the customer wants, I try to find one on Google, and then I'll download it to my computer, and then I'll go and I'll upload it. So I'm going to hit view all and see if I have a black shirt. Oh, you know what? Let me go to upload image because it's on my desktop. Go to browse, go to my desktop, and get this black t-shirt. Hit open. We want to do complex, and we're just going to basically insert this. Now, Cricut has a new feature where it removes the background. You see all this white I have around my t-shirt? If I want to remove that, because I have Cricut Access, I just hit remove background, and it takes the white out. So now I just have a nice black shirt. So I'm going to hit apply and continue. If I wanted to do an SVG of this black shirt, I would click that one, but that's not what I want. I'm going to do print then cut image, although I'm not printing or cutting it. But I want to see the black there. So I hit upload. And then you want to click here and you want to add to canvas. Hit add to canvas. There is my black t-shirt. So I normally just make it as large as I can. And then you can duplicate this because you have your measurement the way you want it. So just duplicate it, and I'm going to hide it. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click on the eye and I'm going to hide it. That means I'm only working with one. So then I go here, and the faux pas I made is that I did a black t-shirt and I have black text. So we're going to change that black text to white. Okay. So bring our t-shirt over here. And you want to just, this is called a mock-up also. So if you want to learn how to make mock-ups, here's your lesson. So then you take your image, you want to size it, and you want to put it on your shirt. This also lets you know how the font you chose is going to work on your image as well, on your shirt as well. So this is the shirt that the customer ordered. And I'm going to go back up here and see. Sometimes white isn't the best way to get your, okay, so that's better. So that's the shirt and that's the image, and I like it. I'm pleased with it. So what I will do, because I know the customer already wanted this shirt, I'm going to go ahead and create this image for her. But I want to show you another image as well. I want to show you if we're just doing an image. So I'm going to choose upload. And if I just want to do a simple, which is what I'm trying to do, a simple image. Let's go to my iCloud drive. Trying to find something that is really simple that I can put on real quick. Maybe I may not be able to. Maybe I'll have to do another video for images. Yeah, let's do that. I'll have to do another one. So now I'm ready to print this out. So let's say you send it to your customer. Your customer's like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I like it. So now we're ready to print this out. So what I could do, and which I think I'm going to do, is I'm going to make this one color. Sometimes being A is like being A twice. We're going to make that one color, but this woman in black, I'm going to use glitter on that because I want to bring out emphasis on the shirt. So what I would do, now this is on, I'm not going to print this out. You're not going to see me weeding it or anything like that because this is a how-to with getting the shirt ready. Well, you may see me. So this is the standard grip mat I'm going to use. So you want to go to make, we're going to delete this shirt because I don't want that. And then we're going to hide the small one, and we're going to bring our large one where I've sized it up to the right size. Now, I'm looking for my vinyl. I might use gray glitter. Let's see. I know I'm going to use white vinyl. Well, let's go ahead and make it because I want you guys to see what I'm doing here. So haven't you already opened? I don't. All right, so we're just going to open this. A lot of opening, a lot of things happening here. And I use my little weeding tool to take there's a little piece of tape there. I use my weeding tool to take that off carefully. And trash bag. All right, so we're getting ready to make this. So I want you to see, we're just gonna send it. We're gonna say make it, send it to the printer. Now, if this was longer than the 11 by 11, I would use my larger mat, but it's not. So I'm ready to start sending this to Cricut to print my design. So here we are. Let's see. All right, so we have our materials here, and you want to. It tells you your material size is 12 by 12 inches. We're doing a basic cut. It's doing one project. It's telling me I have 2 mats, so it's saying I need to prepare 2 mats. And then down here, there's my purple. It's telling me it's going to do a basic cut. But what I have to do so that when I'm ready to press this on my shirt is I have to mirror the image. So you go over here, you click mirror, and it flips it around. And then what I like to do, because I don't trust Cricut, is move my image down. There's a red line here where it's supposed to be your guide for how far over you can move things. I don't trust that Cricut will read that, so I always move it down. Now, I mirrored it, but you have to mirror each individual mat. So you click on the purple, you want to mirror that. And then again, like I said, I don't trust Cricut to read that guide perfectly, so I moved it around a little bit. And now that I've moved that, you have to go back to your first mat if that's what you want to print first. And that's what I'm going to print first. So you go back to your first mat and you highlight that so that you can get this the right way. So I need to find some vinyl. Give me a second. All right, so I am going to use this white Cricut Everyday Iron-On. And I'm not sure. I might use the silver. I don't know how that's going to look, but I want to say, you know what? I have some green glitter, and I want to say that the other part that she sent me was green. I think it was white. It was on a black shirt, white with white vinyl and green, white and green. So what I do is I remove all of the excess garbage. This is the vinyl, shiny side, matte side. Okay. So to align your vinyl on your mat, I'm using standard grip. Remove the film cover, and you want to take your shiny side and you're going to apply it face down on your standard grip mat. Try your best to align it the way from corner to corner, or at least the way you have it on your computer or on your screen. Now, it took me a long time to get this straight, so yeah, don't beat yourself up if you do not get it straight. Don't. It's not worth it. All right, so once I get it on, I just cut it. I just cut it along here. You can take your scraper or your squeegee and you just want to burnish or just flatten. This is a new mat, so I really didn't have a problem with it gripping it, but some people will just burnish, just to burnish. So this is matte to canvas, matte, vinyl to matte, matte side, glossy side. This is how you want to feed it through your cutter. So this is ready, and then I want to hit continue. Now on your Cricut machine, you're going to have, and my machine is not on, don't know why. The light is on. Don't know why it's not on, but it's not. All right, let's see if I got it. I did. Yay for me. Sorry, I had to bend over and get that. It's warming up. Hang these up. And now we're going to insert our, okay, you can't see that. All right, first things first. You're going to tell Cricut what you're printing on, what kind of vinyl you're using. So to do that, I have already put my favorites out. So you may not know how to do that because you're new to this. So Cricut will put out these are popular materials that Cricut has that I guess a lot of people purchase or buy. I don't know how they came up with this, but this is what they came up with. Now, I like to look under my favorites because this is where I can add materials that I use that may not be popular, okay? So I have put the things that I like, that I use pretty regular. Here, let me show you how to do that. So you want to click Browse All Materials. You get up to 13 that you can put under Favorites. And I think that 13 combines Favorites and Popular. So anyway, this is how it looks when you click on Browse All Materials. These are all the materials that your Cricut device can cut, but you don't have to scroll down all of that. You just want to go to all categories, click on the drop down and click on vinyl. Then it shows you all of the vinyl that you have to choose from, and you can choose your vinyl here. So if I didn't have that already, sorry, scratch that. We're going to click on Iron On. Sorry, you're going to do Iron On. Now it gives you everyday iron on and the different types of iron on that you can use. So this is everyday iron on. That's the one I would choose to make it a favorite and to have it show up in your favorite. There's a little star here. You highlight that star, it turns it yellow. And then it's giving me a little warning because I've exceeded my number, I think. No. Anyway, the done button would appear. And then I could tell it I was done. But for some reason it's not doing it. Don't know if it's because of the new Cricut features that they just uploaded or not. But anyway, that's how you set it. Click it, highlight it, hit your star. That done should activate and you can save it. All right, that's how it works. So now we're going to tell it we're using everyday iron on. So now it If you read this, it tells you step by step. Number one, base material is set to everyday iron on. Then there's a caution. Make sure mirror is turned on, which we did over here. And iron on material is face down, which is the shiny side, which we did. Okay, shiny side down. So then the pressure you want to decide the pressure. I leave it at default until my blades get dull. Then I put it on less. I'm sorry, more. I put it on more. If it's a thinner material, sometimes a thinner material and a thinner vinyl and a matte, lightweight matte, if I run it through and it still cuts a little hard, then I'll use less. But I very seldom use less. So leave it on default is what I do. Now step 2, load tools and material. Now I have, no. I just shut it down. So now you load your mat. Your mat goes into your machine this way, Cricut standard grip, or you can load it in this way. So I'm going to put my mat, you put your mat in, you see that? It is blinking, so it's telling me it's ready for my mat. Then I hit the blinking light. And then what happens after that, if you don't kill your machine, is the C will start blinking. Once the C starts blinking, it tells you it's ready to cut. So then I would click on the C and it will feed it up through the machine and it'll feed it up through to sense where your materials are, and then it will start cutting your design. Now, my mistake, I did not save my design. So, it may not have the design here, but hopefully I've shown you enough to where you feel where you're not afraid to get in there and try to create a vinyl, create something with heat transfer vinyl. Doesn't have to be a shirt. It could be anything. You can go to, if you want to go to Dollar Tree, you can go to Dollar Tree and get a shirt if you want to, and practice on it till you get good at it. Or you can grab a tote bag from Dollar Tree or anything. You can just grab whatever you want to grab so you can start learning how to, or start practicing how to use heat transfer vinyl. But yeah, guys, I've lost my image, I'm sure. I think with one of the updates, though, Cricut was retrieving files where it arbitrarily shut down or your machine shut down, so people were losing their designs. Oh, it saved it. Look. Cricut is doing the thing. All right, let's go back to, and it saved it right where I left it. I'm amazed. I am just simply amazed. All right, so all right, let's go to make it. I was playing with the sizing, and we're just gonna leave it where it is. And it's thinking. Because I had that faux pas, I have to hit the double-sided arrow to feed the mat back out. So we're on make it. Cricut is thinking. Yeah. Maybe if I rub it. I think the problem is my internet. I don't think I have the fastest internet. Okay. Okay, Cricut. It didn't like me changing in the middle of printing. All right, looks like, okay, I'm good. Let's see if we can make it now. Yep, it's my internet, y'all. It's so slow sometimes, and I don't know why. Let's mirror everything. Here we go with that. That's mirrored. Let's continue. I want to use everyday iron on. Make sure mirror is turned on. We did, and I always check. I always go back and check. And then make sure the iron on shiny side is down, and it is. The pressure is default. The little light is flashing over there. So I'm going to put this in, press it, and the C is flashing. I'm going to hit that. So it will, my coffee cup from earlier, let's move that. So it pushed it through to sense where the guides are, and now it's cutting it. And we're going to let that do its thing. And while I'm waiting, I don't need the scissors anymore. I don't need this anymore. So I'll put that there. And we're done with this. So what I normally do, if I have a small amount left, I'll peel it off. I toss this because you're storing, use my airplane lingo, when you're storing your vinyl, this, you know, you want to keep it rolled. I think what I'm going to do with that shirt is I might use red, some holographic. No, we're going to use the green glitter. She sent me a picture. If it was for me, I'd use some holographic because I'm flashy like that. It's almost done. It's at 63%. And I'm just going to show you how I weed it. And then I'll talk a little bit about temperature and pressing, and then that's it for that. Oh, and I said I was going to use glitter. So when you're pressing two different types of vinyl, one is the glitter you're going to press longer than you do the everyday iron-on. The everyday iron-on, I normally press it at 343 degrees for about 20 to 30 seconds. My glitter, I press at 343 degrees for 60 seconds. So with this shirt, the first thing I would do is I would line it up and I would press my glitter on first because that presses the longest. Don't peel off your protective covering from your glitter because you're going to go back in and you're going to press the vinyl, the everyday iron-on. So I'm just going to move this here. So I printed out my first piece, and when I weed, I go up in this corner here. I weed from left to right, and you just want to pull it like so. I'm not reckless when I pull. If I have to go a little slower and take my time, I will do that versus me ruining a perfectly good design. So I'll go in and just pull it gently. I've seen some people just rip it. I'm not that brave. And I guess as time goes by, I will get that brave, or I'll get that good, whichever it actually is. Sometimes I won't pull it all like this. It just depends on the font, honestly, and the way it's cut for me. All right. And you just want to pull it. And this is actually the shirt template as well. Okay, that's the shirt template. So if I take this off, you will see. Let me clean it up so you can get a full visual. So just go in and you want to pull out the excess pieces. And all I'm doing is removing the excess pieces of vinyl, so the you can't see it, and I apologize for that. I don't like to keep messing with the camera when I record. All right, so let's get this. All right, so this is my template for, well, it's the outline, I guess. And this is that part of the shirt. Now, I was talking about pressing it. So what I would do when I get ready to press this is I would go ahead and put my glitter pieces here, lay it on my shirt, and then if I can lift it up, I will. So when it presses, it will get my glitter part on first, and then I'll follow with this. Now this right here, this vinyl, this everyday vinyl, is a cool peel. What that means is once you iron it on your shirt, you have to let this cool before you peel it off. The glitter is a hot peel. So once you put that on the shirt, you can peel that as soon as it's cool enough for you to handle. So remember that when you're doing these. All right, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that this video, although it was really long, I hope that it will inspire you guys to start working with heat transfer vinyl. And like I said, if you like what we do here, like the video, consider subscribing, share it, and comment below. Thank you for rocking with us. Happy crafting.